Wolf ready for the snap here. Here's the snap. Another quick throw to the outside to Gildersleeve once again. Gildersleeve working down the sideline, breaks free. Is he in? He is. It's a touchdown for Lancaster. Yana's in the backfield this time. Carry, the lone receiver, to Ackerman's left. Yana now moves to the right of Ackerman. Here's the snap. Ackerman cuts it up the middle. It's a Mineral Point touchdown. Their first of the game. In the backfield here, it's Bradley Rowe. Rowe found himself in the end zone quite often last week. Now Richard pump fakes left. Looks deep. He's got a man, and that one is complete. Down the field to Gavin Vossen, right around the 10-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 12, and there's an explosive play from the Cuba City offense. Sport presented by Cuba City, Keeler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carry Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. 3rd and long for Cuba City, and it's a strike down the middle from Tyson Richard. Penalty flag flies at the end of that play. As it stands right now, it's a touchdown to Gavin Vossen. Timeout. 4th down and goal from the 3 with 7:22 to go, and the Cuba City offense still on the field. 3 receivers out wide for Cuba City. It's Rundy, Cruiser, and Vossen. There's a snap to Richard. Handoff up the middle, and Lefelholtz short of that one. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, and Cuba City turns it over on downs.
Should be ideal field position for Cuba City once again, but they've struggled at the goal line.
That one blocked. Cuba City gets on it, and we've got a Cuba City touchdown, a Lancaster Dental Associates and Fenimore Smiles touchdown. We'll give the credit there to Miles Hinderman, and all night we've seen Cuba City getting closer and closer to blocking a Mineral Point punt, and there they get their block punt, and it results in 6. It's Cuba City kicking off to Mineral Point. Landon Bush back to kick for the Cubans, and it's a squib kick for Cuba City. Did they get on it? They do get on it. It does go 10 yards, and Mineral Point was not ready for that one. A fantastic call, a gutsy call, but it pays off to open up the half for Coach Guy Kopp.
You know what?
Motion from Vossen. There's the snap. Richard looks left and right. Pass is complete to the outside to Henry Cruiser. Cruiser makes a man miss, and he's in the end zone for a Northland Buildings touchdown. 17-yard reception for Henry Cruiser, and Cuba City comes out guns blazing in the 3rd quarter, and they make a statement early here. Here's Richard in the backfield, drops back near the 50, throws that one complete across the middle to Ethan Griffin. Griffin breaks free, and he's finally ripped down by Jacob Phillips inside the 5-yard line. And Cuba City has entered the red zone, but for us, it's the Bytech Green Zone, a greener way. Bytech Resource Management of Monroe, and what a find that was for Tyson Richard up the middle. 3rd and goal on the 1. Here's the snap. Richards charges forward for a Northland Buildings touchdown, and Cuba City extends their lead. Now 27-0, and Landon Bush will take the field to attempt the PAT. Selection, quality, and price are important to you. Check them out at Sandlin Appliance and Scales Mound. That's a run for Cuba City to the outside and into the end zone for Andy Lefelholtz for a Northland Buildings touchdown. And the route is on for Cuba City over Mineral Point.
When a player has to come out, you don't have necessarily a player to just plug in and play at that position. You have to reshuffle the lineup sometimes.
And that, conversely, as this pass is intercepted going the other way. It's Gavin Vossen. Blockers down the sideline. It's a pick 6 for Cuba City. Lancaster in the red zone for us at the Bytech Green Zone, a greener way. Bytech Resource Management of Monroe. 1st and goal. The ball is on the 1-yard line just a minute into the 2nd quarter. Lancaster looks to punch it in here. Handoff up the middle, and it's a Northland Buildings touchdown. Lancaster jumps out to an early lead over Cuba City. They strike first in tonight's game early in the 2nd quarter.
Both teams with a pair of 5-yard penalties, so it hasn't been anything of a turning point as of yet in this game as penalties.
1st down and 5. Wolf under center. Looks like he might have dropped the snap. He falls on it. Cuba City thinks they have it. And the referees say they do. It's a Lancaster Dental Associates in Fenimore Smiles turnover, the first of the night, and the Cuba City offense will take over deep in Flying Arrow territory.
Interesting how they divvy up the carries with the Cuba City Cubans. I mean, you see Griffin take the ball, and you take Boston takes the ball, and then these last two carries, it's the big guy, Rowe. They really spread it out.
Here's the snap. It is a run to Rowe. He's got the edge on the sideline. Is he in? He is. It's a Northland Buildings touchdown for Cuba City. A 13-yard run, 4-6. And Cuba City is right back in this one. Here's the snap on fourth down. Wolf to his right. It's caught in the end zone. The pass complete to number 22, Devin Clark, for a Northland Buildings touchdown.